Good
So
morning,
how are
Baba
you?
Musa. I'm doing well. How you doing today?
I'm good. I'm good.
Yes, it's an honor to have this time with you. My
Yeah.
name is Tarami Reedus. I'm a drummer, a djembe drummer from Houston, Texas, and I run a brand called Drumz Uhuru. And our purpose and mission is to essentially elevate the voices of those artists and musicians that focus on folkloric African diasporic music. I don't know if you remember, but I've had the chance to play with you at the Nomads conference. I think last year or 2 years ago.
And New
So,
Orleans.
yes, sir.
Yeah, I remember you. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's an honor to have this time with you, and I just want to ask you a few questions.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's get into it.
Okay.
So first off, how did you get introduced to the djembe?
How?
Yes, sir.
Uh, I just put myself in because at that time Djembe was now, a lot of consideration. I just love it and I start doing.
Right. So I understand that you're from Mali, right? Bamako.
Yeah, I'm from Mali. Yeah.
So, what does djembe culture look like in Bamako? What did it look like for you growing up, and what made you want to study djembe and take it seriously?
You look good for me. You good like you look like as a life for me. Happiness, healing for me. Happiness, feeling spiritually, mentally is good for me and a lot of other people. That's I see.
Okay, that's great. It's definitely does that for me too. Every time I play and play for people, I feel better. The people that I play for feel better, and it's a very enriching experience for
It
sure.
is.
Um, I was doing a bit of research and I saw that you did a 12-year apprenticeship with your djembe teacher, Cisse.
Yes,
Um,
that's it.
so can you talk a little bit about that experience? What was that experience like for you?
That experience is not different because teaching in Africa and here is a little different. You that time the teacher don't sit down with you, do this. No. You can play, you follow him for whatever activity you have to go, whatever gig you have to go, you go. And then if you're a beginning player, your position is to play dundu. They give you kinkini to play one down single beat for a long time. But because I came Djembe a little bit before I met him, so when I met me, I already know how to play Djembe. So all I wanted to have from him, where he plays, technique, his phrase, and then area I come from. So that's how I follow him around and learn whatever I can learn.
How did you two meet?
He moved in my town. He moved in my town. Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. And what kind of things did you learn? Because I understand, an apprenticeship is more, at least with djembe, I'm learning that it's more than just about being able to play djembe. It's more than about the music. It's about being able to build djembes, being able to understand the role and function that djembe holds culturally in the community. So could you talk a little bit about that as far as
Well,
what you learned with him?
I know a lot of people play djembe for only music purpose, but when you don't get inside, you're not gonna know exactly what's going on. Yes, for sure, music is played in our wedding, baby shower, baby being born, circumcision, male or female, spiritual healing, community party, or evening. Some older people, but when they pass away, some culture play drum to keep them company. So it's like that.
Okay, that's wonderful. So I've been doing a little bit of research on djembe, and a brother here from the United States, Kojo Bay, he wrote a book called Djembe Revolution or Djembe Evolution.
I have the book.
And
I talked to
yeah,
him about it.
yes, yes, I'm excited to speak with him as well. And he mentioned in there his studies with Famodu Konate and just how there's a spirituality around the djembe, which I didn't know previously and have never, been aware of. So, is there? Could you talk about your experience with the spirituality of djembe?
This is hard to explain to people because the spirituality is a many thing inside. You have to know, you have to learn a lot. Not today, but even now, some people learn a lot power or voodoo power inside. Because I know sometimes some people might say, "Oh, voodoo is not a true, it's how it work," but we know how it work, and yeah, you have to know a lot of spelling, secret spelling to be able to, even if compete with somebody or make a rain come or make a rain stop when you're performing, hold the raining before your gig is done. Be able to probably make some people learn how to make give a people medicine when they have a problem to heal them. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff, but lot of stuff inside. But lot, people don't. We cannot talk all of them. You cannot talk everything, but some stuff they say no, you have to be quiet. So that's it. Sometimes African culture they say you don't expose everything. Some stuff the person have to be there to follow rule by rule. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. I definitely have a respect for the esoteric aspect of it and the science of it. Um, so my next question, and I think this is a very a important question, prominent question. What makes somebody a Djembefola? Djembefola traditionally, especially in your context, probably means something different than what it would mean today, especially for drummers like me who were born in the United States. So, how, what does djembe fola mean to you? And then how do you see that term evolving as the times go on throughout your years of playing djembe?
Playing djembe fola mean it be able to unite people. You have to be able to unite a lot of people together. You're the head of the community. You organize, yeah, djembe sound is a noise when you play, a lot of people come. But you have to have a rule, you have to have a specific reason to drum. You don't just go drum because you wanna drum. It's not like that, Now I know djembe become like that. People just go drum because they wanna drum. So and then yeah, to be really good at it, to be able to know a lot of culture, that take a lot of energy. Mean you check, you choose, you decide in your lifetime, say, hey, I'm gonna choose this to be my career life. Then you get, you go to the city, then be under some ballet, some dancing company, do like an hour an hour or so every day. Because we say more you play, more you get better. More you play, you better. More you play, you better. You can know a lot of things on your mind, but sometimes if you don't play physically, you can have in your mind, maybe your hand cannot do because your muscle is now running. So being djembe player, yeah, it take a lot of work. A lot of work. Then people can think. Yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Thank you for that. Um, I definitely recognize that there's a lot I have to learn in terms of my journey being a djembe player and just being around this culture. Um, I would like to ask you also, being a djembe fola, being a professor of djembe, what are some of your goals as far as being a culture worker? What would you like to see established as far as your legacy playing djembe and being a djembe fola?
Um. Well, my legacy been got it going because a lot of people been on djembe, and then a lot of people be in love with djembe. I know when you people have his preference djembe player, but when I see all of that is going on, people keep loving Djembe, people coming into Djembe more and more. My legacy been going on because you wanna make something, it can go far away. I live here in America, and then a lot of people pop up from Mali, from Guinea, because whatever. If the first generation did not make it better, it was not gonna be any future on. So when we play hour on round 70, 80, so now the price is here, because even if you don't get price directly, if some people get benefit, where you come from, yes, that make you happy because you see something. Before, a lot of people say, oh, being Djembe player is no career, because they think, go play for a wedding and then all of those small gigs you're not gonna be able to do. You think, I say no, it can be, you can feed yourself, but being artist, that doesn't mean you don't have to do anything else. You can be artist, you can be musician, but do something else on top of your music career, being big, superstar on and knowing and make a lot of money. That's lucky. Even if you get that place, don't stop doing whatever you do on the side, because your career can be here today, boom, and then one day you just find yourself here. You know what I mean? So for me, Djembe is already there. You know.
Yeah, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. So, I understand that you are currently planning a trip to Mali
Yeah.
early next year, January 2025. Can you talk about what led up to you wanting to return to your hometown and to put on this production? What can people expect from this show? How can people find out about it? How can people support it?
Well, this show is a Mali Bamako local show, that because I've been here so long, every single time I see young people putting Djembe show together. When I'm there, everybody say, oh, why are you not doing this? You're the first one. Everybody expect to do it because like I say, my reputation in Mali, when I go and whatever people play, people wanna see me playing. People wanna see, okay, you are the one started Djembe music, for to change the Djembe music differently in Mali. Everybody's following your path. But why young group they organizing, you don't organize? I say, first of all, it's not an easy work to do it because I'm not there. Number two, when you don't have a budget, and a lot of young people don't know me. If I have to collect them to say, hey, come play Djembe, if I'm not there a lot of time, I'm only certain area people know me when I go. Now, like all of that young person, I see them when they baby. So when I go, I see them short time and I leave. People can talk to me, they talk to me. And so when my people push me here, push, but at the end, we come to some conclusion, me and my crew here, and this guy regional from Tennessee, we talk, and then regional decide to say, hey, you wanna do this, put the show together? I will find some fun and support you. You can jump, put it on, and now the show is gonna happen. So no back off, you know, no back off, and I gotta go do what I know, and then I'm not gonna say much about it, but people see what they will see, and then they will see Djembe differently.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. I wish I could go. Maybe somehow I could figure out a way to go see you play. I remember playing with you at the Nomads Festival and just listening to your play, listening to your technique and just how crisp and clean and effortless the sounds came out of the drum. The story that you told, it was quite the experience.
Yeah.
Um, I know that you are a professor at Berkeley College of Music currently, and you have been teaching at Harvard and other similar schools. How did those opportunities come about for you, and what has been your experience like teaching djembe music here in America?
It's good experience because it's about curriculum, writing music, and then like I say, you can write every music, become the position, become same. But I keep telling all everywhere I go play djembe music or teach, when they try to write down, I say you can write down the phrase, but it's not gonna be sound the same. Because as soon you're gonna try to put a music square and a clutch feeling, djembe music is not gonna be same anymore. It be, then para to do that, para it be para purupa para purupa. So that's a two different thing. So usually people hear the second option of a timing for us here, for Malian perspective and djembe. That's how I hear and a lot of people's djembe. So my experience and then my understanding, I'm trying to figure it out how we be able to rewrite djembe music if it's right feeling. Even if I know all of music, Western music is playing like a same feeling, straight line, square feeling. I always say that's not true. People build the music because you speak together. If you don't sit together, it's no way you're gonna know. It's like when you look at djembe between Mali, Guinea, Senegal. A lot of Guineans don't know Malian rhythm. It's like a Malian people don't have no clue about Guinea rhythm. But listening, by listening people, and then I know Guinea djembe is easy to play than Malian djembe. I know that for a fact. Whatever you good on it, long you're not from Mali, you're not gonna be able to play djembe like that feeling. No, it's not possible because we only understand that language. So
And
it's
I
good.
think, yeah, and go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah. So for me, it been good for me, and it give me a lot of idea. And I think that's even one reason I got a little courage after 30 years. I keep listening now. I listen a lot of djembe. I listen a lot of young people, and I don't hear nothing new. No matter how fast they play, no matter how strong they play, I don't hear nothing new from them. I'm hearing something we play all of them before. Playing fast, crazy, I'll be able to do rolling like a crazy, I'm the king. Yeah, that's your age. When the time pass, is no way. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So I learned that long time ago, stop myself, try to follow this thing where it's supposed to be, and then when the moment come for me, I'm totally ready. So for me, it's like that. Djembe is you have to play with a smart way when you're young to go. You know.
yeah, and I think that's been working really well for you because you've had a very long career and you're still out here kicking, man. You're still out here putting out good music.
Yeah.
Um, who are some of the Djembefolas that have influenced you the most, like top five of all time?
Oh, what did Djembefola influence me? And the new generation like that.
New generation, old generation, whatever, just all time.
Well, the older generation, the djembe player, I've been listening, even if I don't understand much their culture. That's a Famudu. I like Famudu's djembe player a lot. And then this guy passed away named Faduba Ulale. He was a good player, djembe player. He played djembe and write djembe sound. Mamadi is something else. He built his own technique. He worked for him. But a lot of influence on me. Some people been well known. Yeah, I'm gonna just say Famudu and Faduba Wulale. And maybe little bit one Faduba's son living, I don't know where he live. I like this boy where he play too. But beside that, I listen everybody I know you can play. But I can
Yeah.
hear djembe sound, but I don't. I hear djembe sound, but I don't hear Djembe, really, I hear something else because be able to do the tone slap bass and then be understand timing and understand the concept of a djembe. I don't hear that from them.
That's interesting. So
Yeah.
you're saying that because their culture is different, their approach to djembe is different. So there's like a just a certain
So
thing that you don't like. Can you elaborate on that point, please?
let me explain to you. For example, everybody play passport and djembe, right? Right. So any music go 4/4 beats, you can play passport. But sometimes people don't even understand that passport is a many way to play. Many way. But when you say, yeah, tell people, yeah, it's many way, they will say how. I say, usually djembe don't speak djembe. A lot of people play djembe. They don't even make a djembe rhythm. What djembe rhythm come from? You know? What's
To my,
djembe rhythm?
it comes from my understanding, it comes from the community, from the culture, from the language of the people.
Yeah, but when the djembe and the dundu's going together, who's speaking rhythm? Really?
It's the sangba, right?
Well, we just say it's dundun because it's the same.
Dundun, yeah.
I'm not gonna
Okay.
say sangban, dundun, kinkeni because for me, all of that three is a one thing to me. Sangban,
Yeah.
dundun, kinkeni, that's like a new thing. So I'm gonna just say dundun, speak the language. So man, I only hear people only do break, like you say, sangban, and just do hand running. So when you do that for me, why you don't speak a sangban first yourself and then do what you wanna do. But usually you don't see that in the djembe anymore. People just come, they teach whatever they think they can teach because that's in their head. But the actual rhythm is not a better hand. Yeah, you can be strong enough, you can be smart enough. You can play from do your moment, play from crazy and then be who you wanna be. But ongoing, that rhythm, issue will catch you because if you don't know how to do that, you meet somebody like me, you say, oh, let's play this, and I don't hear you play. I'm gonna say, what are you playing? Oh, I'm playing this, but if I don't hear from you, I'm gonna tell you, right? So djembe is more complex than people can think. But the big thing it is, I put my show together, cross finger, people gonna hear way new thing on the djembe starting from January.
Man, I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm so
Yeah.
excited. So with to that point, I wanted to ask you, you have students all over the world, from China to Africa to United States. What are some of the fundamental things, some of the key concepts that you want your students to walk away from after spending time with you?
Well, it's that's everybody's objective. When you work, you teach people, you want your student work with good experience, right? So that's my thinking. I hope all of my students can listen to me and then follow what I say. I know, you cannot play djembe once a week once a week or twice a week. You only go play 10 minutes. Say, oh, I'm got better. I know how to do turn and slap. I'm better. No, 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 no. You way far. You can know that. You can know accompaniment. You can run your hand. You think you playing solo. I say, you're not doing solo. You're making noise because you're making a lot of noise. You don't even know where your solo come from. So when I teach, I want people to understand those kind of things here. And then I know it's really hard to explain that to people because if you're not around on the culture, it's not easy to explain. People can see. They have to be on the culture and they see. Now,
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. So, um, one of my last questions, what are some of your biggest lessons what have been some of your biggest lessons in your journey so far as a musician, as a cultural worker, as an artist?
What been my big lesson?
Yeah,
Well, one thing I know, culture is changing. I don't know a lot of place, but in my country is changing a lot. Some direction I don't like, you know. And then I know here a lot of people have lot of people respect a music teacher, but sometimes I don't, especially in the sometimes I think people just want to hear what they want to hear. They want to hear what they want to hear. When I see that, I say, okay, believe what you want to believe. I be here. If you know you don't get what you don't get it, and you come to me, because I know for me it's not something I should be rushed or be mad at you or stuff. You believe what you believe. I can understand that you are who you are. It doesn't make me frustrating to nobody. I have a happy heart, happy for everybody being on this community, because I know when we used to be young in Africa, when we play whatever we hear, and then see that thing become like the most powerful instrument in the universe. So for me, I should be so happy for myself. And a lot of my colleagues, struggle to be djembe player if they did not find a better way, or whatever people find better way. But I know some djembe is something people don't know. Djembe is a medicine, big time. Yeah, djembe
yes,
is a medicine, big time. Good medicine. You know, people can try to refuse to believe, but it is. Yeah.
yes, very powerful, very powerful. I got two more questions. Kind of going back a little bit. You touched on this in our earlier part of our conversation. What is your process to creating music, to composing music? Do you write music by hand,
I
or
don't
do the
write.
ideas just come to you? How does it work for you?
You just come to me. All I have to do is sit and listen people. That's all I have to do. I just sit and listen to you. You play. I don't need much from you. You can be good. If you think you're too good, you're not gonna give me anything is interesting. Because you're gonna play something I already play, or you wanna bring something I already hear. I wanna hear something you think it won't make even no sense to you or to me, because I see, like I say, where people see djembe now and in Western world, where we see still in Africa, it's different. When you tell that to people, oh no, where you hear djembe and then where you see African dance, it's not true. But people say, oh, why you say that? Why you do that? Because, why I don't do that? Because this is the new generation do. Your time is past. Whatever next generation do, you do that so you can career can have a life to go. But djembe is not like it doesn't run exactly where I used to hear. I know that for a fact.
Wow, that's deep. That's deep.
Yeah.
So, thank you so much for your time, Baba Musa.
Thank you.
Um, how can people get in touch with you? How can people learn more about you if they want to follow up with you, if they want to go with you to Mali to study, if they want to take a class with you? How can people
Follow
get
my
reach out?
follow my website. You just look for Moussa Traore Djembe in America. You find me. And then you write to my people, and then they tell you how to get in touch with me and work together.
Yeah, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you, Baba Musa. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for your time. Thank you so much for your words and your wisdom. Um, I look forward to more conversations and enjoy your day.
All right. You too. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Have a good one.
All right.